our share of mistakes, but hopefully we can follow that example to keep our list of virtues, skills, disciplines growing, so that that value that we become will easily overcome the mistakes we make in our life, our business. What an example Mark set. Now, just a little study on economics. Here's a little formula that I found when I was 25 years old that changed my life. I'll give you time to write it down. We get paid primarily for bringing value to the marketplace. We get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. The marketplace is the people. And what we bring to the marketplace is in two parts. First, what we bring, like a product. Herbalife. Opportunity. Second, value we bring to the marketplace is who we become. The person we become. So we get paid for what we bring, like the products. We also get paid for the person we become. A person of skills, disciplines, refinement of language, personality. And the greatest pay does not come from what you bring, like the products. The greatest pay comes from the person you become. A leader, supervisor, ability to help other people. Now, Michael Johnson and the company keeps working on the products to keep improving the products and the product line. So the company's going to do their job, working to improve the products. Now, we must do our job, working to improve ourselves. Those early years that I spent as a distributor, from 1955 to 1961, 62, those years really got me ready to accept Mark's invitation when he said, "Come with me, let's take Herbalife around the world." And during that 7 years, I worked extremely hard on my skills, my disciplines, my personality. I worked extremely hard on my ability to communicate, help other people to see opportunity. And I found this incredible discovery. If you work hard by your language to make something clear for someone else, you make it more clear for yourself. If you do your best to help someone else understand the opportunity, you now understand it better yourself. So I'm thankful for those early years, 1955 to 1962, that got Jim Rohn ready to accept Mark Hughes' invitation, and finally led me by all kinds of means and trips around the world, and finally here in January in Santiago. Now I wish the same journey to happen for you. Someone else has got to come along in leadership role. We now have 60 countries and counting. Jim Rohn cannot possibly cover them all. We've got to have other leaders, other speakers, other people who come along, developing skills and the ability to tell the Mark Hughes story, the product story, the marketing story, and the Herbalife story. And I see down here, of course, in front of me, those who are becoming those leaders who are going to help take Herbalife the rest of the way around the world. Herbalife opportunity is so extraordinary. It gives you the chance to You participate in what we call the laws of wealth. How to become rich. How to become wealthy. Let me give you 3 sources of the laws of wealth. Number 1, from the Bible. The question was asked in Bible times, what is the secret to greatness? Great wealth, great power, great influence. A person of great respect, great honor. How do you achieve greatness? And here was the answer. Find a way to serve many people. That was the answer. Find a way to serve many people. Many would like to achieve greatness, but they don't have a way. So Mark Hughes came along in 1980 and said, I've developed a way that you can help many people and thereby achieve great wealth, great honor, great respect, great self-esteem, great influence. The second source of this law of wealth comes from John Kennedy, one of the presidents of my country. John Kennedy said, don't ask what your country can do for you. That's not how you become wealthy. That's not how you have great respect, great honor, great wealth, great achievement, great self-esteem. But rather ask, what could I do for my country? The people of my country. Starting with my family. Starting with my neighbors. Starting with the people in my community. And if I develop the skills and the resources, maybe I could help people of my country all throughout my country. And by the way, Herbalife does fantastic service to the country. Helping people with better health with these incredible products. Helping people to achieve better financial security with the marketing system. And the teaching and training that Herbalife offers helps to make better citizens of any country wherever Herbalife goes. Incredible value we bring to the marketplace and to the country. So that's the secret to wealth. The next source of the wealth formula comes from my friend Zig Ziglar, a speaker and trainer, teacher in America. Here's what Zig Ziglar says. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. I first heard him say that about 45 years ago, and I underlined the word everything. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. So now you need a way to help many people get what they want, what they need, so that you can have everything you want, everything that you need. And Mark Hughes says, I have the way. I have the products, I have the marketing, I have the training, I have the staff now supporting distributors around the world in 60 countries. Herbalife truly is the way. So you don't have to go very far to discover opportunity to change your life for the better using the Herbalife products, getting people on these products so that the testimonials start to build your business, showing them financial opportunity with this marketing system, and then giving them the best value of all in becoming a distributor, and that is to get in on the training and the teaching. Now let me say this about the teaching and the training and the meetings. In your home country, attend every training and meeting you possibly can. If you regularly attend every meeting you possibly can, every extravaganza, every leadership weekend, every supervisor workshop, every summer spectacular, whatever the meetings are, try your best to qualify and be there. Here's why. If you regularly attend all the meetings you can, Some of those occasions will be life-changing. You'll never be the same again. Some will be ordinary, some will be routine, and some will be life-changing. And because you've attended all the meetings you've attended up until you've come to Santiago, maybe now all of you here are due for one of those life-changing occasions. And I really think this is one of those times. Now, under personal development, make these notes. Number one, study how to improve and strengthen your personal philosophy. Making wise decisions affects you for a lifetime.
Oh, shit. Let's get it. So we're going to, other people will obviously hop on, but we're going to go ahead and start. You guys, welcome to the Sunday call, you guys. Fired up. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever, even though it was only a week ago. So, actually it was Monday, so it was less than a week. So let's get it, you guys. So we got a guest speaker on the call today, and I remember the first time that I met him. He came and spoke at Sacramento STS. And at the time, I didn't know him because I really wasn't too heavy into social media to following other Herbalife people that did it because I was kind of new at the time. And I remember they said he was coming down to go speak at Sacramento STS. So I remember I came to supervisor school, and I heard him talking at supervisor school. And I'm like, yo, like, I like the way he's flowing right now. So I remember I went to the bathroom, and I remember in the bathroom, I introduced myself. I'm like, yo, bro, I heard you up there spitting that stuff. I'm like, talk to me, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm part of the same organization as Keon. He's actually my sponsor, part of with Jay Webb and everything like that. And he was just giving me some nuggets in the bathroom. I'm like, yo, I can respect that off the rip. So from that moment on, we built the relationship. He actually came down to Sacramento last year. Was actually the first time that I spoke on stage. And he actually, so you know, when you go to a concert, right, you hear your artists when they first come out, and then you hear them a little bit later and they get better. Like, that was RC the second time he came to Sacramento. I'm like, yo, he came with the same fire, but actually better. Definitely a huge inspiration for me. I watch what he does all the time. An inspiration. I know his driving force is his father and his daughter. He has an amazing fit club, sustainable business going down in Carson, Go Hard Society. It looked like he eat rocks for dinner every night. Dude is super buff. Mr. Go Hard, current Millionaire team member, future President's team member in 2019. Let's get it. My guy, RC San Nicolas. Go ahead, boy. Take it over.
Yo, Coop, that was probably the best edification I've had in a long time, yo. But dope, bro. It feels like we back in Sacramento all over again, man. I remember the time when I did come out there. And to be honest, when I was speaking the first time, I really didn't know what I was talking about. I had a vision, had a game plan, and I knew what this was going to be right now, today, which I'm going to give you guys today. And then the second time I came, we kind of practiced a little bit and figured it out and the game plan started to work. So right now what I can do is really speak on what the growth is based on what the actual vision was back then. So appreciate you, bro. You killed it that weekend when I was out there on stage. Especially being your first time, you know, and I see the growth of you and the team and everybody else. I see you guys all on social media, like, man, Amanda, I see you on social media, do your thing and stuff. So it's definitely been growth for all of us all over. In 2019, y'all, it's like the year of, you know, of us really taking off and taking it to where we want to be, you know, head down, feet to the ground, running, and really chasing this 2020 vision year and changing these pins when it comes to 2020 extravaganza, right? But I'm not leaving out 2019 extravaganza because I'm gonna talk about that now. But yeah, RC San Nicolas, Millionaire team member, man. Been a part of this company now for 7 years, May 1st. I came into this business for the income opportunity. I didn't really care for no results, didn't care for the products, but I knew that I had to get results in order to do this business. From what my sponsor said, but he didn't force me to get the products because I didn't have no money. I was broke mentally, financially, just trying to figure out ways to get money. and he posted on Facebook saying, anyone want to make $500 to $2,500 part-time? I said, I need that. I needed to take care of my daughter's birthday party. And, I came in, paid $68 back then, $69 back then, had $74 to my name. And I made an investment to me. So what you guys do on a daily, man, you guys got to see everything as an investment, and you can't be afraid of what you believe in. You can't be afraid to invest in what you believe in if you truly believe in it. So I believed in the opportunity because my boy was doing it. Me and KO go back 20 years, and I heard that he was making, some change. So he said he made $1,700. I said, that's cool. It's not enough for what I need, but I can take that because all I need is $500. Then he introduced me to Jay Webb. Jay Webb was making about $4,000 at the time, and I was like, yo, I can really use that. I can leave my job if I make that consistently, right? So he said, look, I know you don't have the money right now to buy your products, and I don't recommend that you don't start on your products. But he said, look, your initial result that you got coming to the nutrition club, go share it. So I was like, he's not pressuring me to buy no products, knowing my situation, and he just gave me, gave me something to do right away. So he said, look, your initial result, go share it. My initial result was the energy of the club. Seeing two men come up to me and really share the opportunity and really want to see me be successful. One not really knowing me, and then, my boy for 20 years, I trusted him, so I was going to follow him. And then, I just got the tea sample, right? He gave me a tea sample, had the shake, loved it, had some energy, took it back to work, talked to 10 people and on my night crew. They all said no. But then that morning, I just kept talking to vision, right? And we don't have the money just yet. We don't have the lifestyle just yet, but we do have a vision, right? And if you have this vision, you can continue to go no matter what your current circumstances are. You're still going to go because your vision is tight, or vision is clear. So I told the girl that morning who was looking for a way out of the job too, I said, look, man, I found it. We about to get in the best shape of our life and get rich. We about to get ripped and rich. She said, cool, I need to lose some weight, 25 pounds down in 5 weeks when she started the products. I made $206 my first night, or first transaction, because I talked to her, but I spoke loud in the room, which got me 2 other clients. Right, I hit senior consultant my very first night, 206 on the table. From there I said, look, I made $206 more than what I made. I made $206 in 15 minutes, more than what I made in 12 hours. So I said, if I can do this for more 15 minutes of my day, imagine what I can make a day. Plus, somebody said yes to me, so they gave me the confidence knowing I could sell this product. 5 weeks later, she's down 25 pounds. I knew the product worked. I ended up gaining 16 pounds of muscle, dropped 13% body fat, 5 inches off my waist. I've been able to take my body wherever I want, maintaining my body, gaining, leaning, whatever, because your body's you're going to go through different phases of what you want, right? Just don't go backwards. So I went ahead and, stuck with it. Me and KO started this workout, at the park. I would work from 7 a.m. Till 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 9 a.m. And I would get off work, and I had a choice whether I go home and sleep, and count the hours down before I go back to work, or do I make the best out of my time, right? So I invested my time into something that I knew would pay me later. So I would give back, as far as giving free workouts, right? There was nothing coming out of the free workout as far as payment, but there were lives being changed. There were relationships being built. There were like people sampling products. So one day they did get a result and went and buy programs. So me getting off of work at 9 a.m., coming home, eating, going to the mall, sitting out in front of the mall to an open, and then getting my contacts. I was faking it till I made it. I love shopping for shoes, so I'll go to the shoe store, just pick up a shoe, and I'll be like, yo, can I try this on? What do you think? I need these for working out. How do you think these will feel? Do you run in them? Like, just engaging and building relationships, right? And then, of course, the conversation came up, like, what are you doing? Well, just started my workouts, my fit camps. I would love to invite you down, come down. Would you want to come and get their contact, right? So that's just a way that you guys can engage. Never come out of your mouth of saying, hey, do you want to do Herbalife, right? It's never that for me. It's just, they already know what's up. They see my body, they're going to want it. If I'm talking health and nutrition and fitness, they're going to want it based on how I look, based on how I present, based on my confidence in speaking. And I didn't even have the money at that time to buy the shoes. So I said, look, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go to the ATM, go get some cash real quick. And all I would do is go to the next stores and do the samples and talk to people. And then as I came back, I would get my follow-up game on and just say, how do you feel with the sampling of the tea? And they say, man, I feel good. My energy is up. You know, so that's what I did for every day for 8 months to a year, right? I slept maybe 4 or 5 hours a day, if that, you know, sometimes just 2 hours a day. And I did that until my body just couldn't take any more, right? Meaning that I literally just passed out, like didn't feel myself go to sleep, you know, and woke up like, damn, I don't even remember when I went to sleep, right? Luckily, it was at home. Sometimes I pull up to the house so tired, I sleep in the car for like 2 hours because I was that tired to get out. But I just knew that I was going to be somewhere because I was around those people that actually was getting it. So my first month hit senior consultant, my dad got sick. You know, I had to, you know, go back and forth to the hospital with that. You know, still taking care of my daughter, still working this demanding job. But I just knew that I wanted to get out. Jim Rohn said, you want to qualify for everything so you can be around it, right? Just qualify for everything because you're going to get something out of it. I remember going to an event with KO, and he was VIP, and I couldn't go with him, right? You go to a club or go anywhere, the person that invited you, you get to go with that person. So he, you know, Jerry Graham checked my wristband. I didn't have a VIP wristband. He said, you got to go sit in the back. And I was pissed the whole event. Like, yo, he invited me to this event. I can't even sit with him. Like, I got to go sit in the back with all these happy people. I don't even know what's going on, you know, because I'm not personally developed. I'm not around happy people like that. So I sat in the back, but I heard Garen Jones get on stage, and he said he made $9,000 in 1 month. I sat back down, took notes, and said, I found it. I know what I got to do now. I got to get to Millionaire Team, right? So Millionaire Team has always been on my mind because President's Team, when I saw it, I only seen old people. So I thought, well, that's just for old people, right? Not knowing that that's the top 1% of the company. So I said, Millionaire Team is the goal. That's where I want to be. So for the first year, in my first 8 months, I promised my daughter 1 year. I said, baby, give me 1 year. I'm going to make this happen, right? Give her the time freedom she needs. She wanted. So 8 months, hit Get Team, first cut, 10 months fully qualified, started making $8,000 a month, left my job after 8 years because I was making that on a consistent basis. So if you decide to leave your job, if you work in a full-time job, make sure what you're making is consistently happening every month. Yeah, you get an $8,000 check, but the next month of you not doing the work you did to get that can drop down to $5,000, $3,000, whatever, if you don't continuously do the work. So I kept doing the work, saw that check, said, this is it, I'm going to make it happen. But I'm going to tell you, when I quit my job, I just hired myself as an Herbalife distributor. Because when we have a job, we're so anxious to work, to get off of work to go do our business. Man, I wish I had the time to do it. Man, I wish I could just be at the fit camps and all this is happening, right? That's just motivation for you to work harder to make enough money to quit your job, right? So that was my motivation to do so, because I wanted to quit right when I hit supervisor. Was already doing 5,000 volume points a month. I thought I was it, you know what I mean? And then started doing 10,000 volume points a month. And I just thought I was doing everything big. And Heather Schwartz said, look, don't quit your job until you hit Get Team. So this was another conversation that woke me up to say, okay, let me hit Get Team first, and then let me see what the check look like. If I can leave, then I will. So we hit Get Team, quit my job. 18 months later, we hit our first cut of Mill Team. 20 months fully qualified, started making the biggest check at that time was about $14,000 and some change. And, you know, I was like, cool, President's Team is going to happen. But it didn't happen, yo. It didn't happen just because we had the momentum and the excitement and the energy. It didn't happen. We finished at 140. I just seen the org just drop, kept dropping because I stopped doing the work that got us there, right? So I had to figure it out, like how, you know, okay, next month is going to happen. This month's going to happen. Nah, this month's going to happen. This is the high month. This is the momentum month. Nothing was happening because I wasn't working. I was expecting my team to move without me moving, right? I've always did high volume. I went 20 months straight, 10K a month. I went 31 months straight of 7,500 a month. In my whole entire Herbalife career, I've never missed 2,500, ever, never. 2,500 done in my first week. Like, I get that out the way because Herbalife it's not your coach telling you to do 2,500. It's Herbalife telling you to do it so you can earn your 5% royalty, right? And this is all you supervisors that's on the line. So is everybody supervisor on here? Almost.
Not everybody. So we got some brand new people. We have some supervisors.
Oh, cool. So as a supervisor, to get your 5% royalty, you got to do 2,500 every single month. This isn't you. This isn't your coach, telling you to do it. It's Herbalife saying this is the requirement in order for you to move up. Plus, this is your active supervisor, world team, plus your active world team and everything else to collect, throughout your Herbalife career. So never been under 2,500, only been under 75, maybe 7 times in my whole entire career of Herbalife. But in those 2 years, I just thought President's Team was going to happen after that, and it didn't. So one thing I know my business grew off of hype, right? And all it was getting people to a fit camp, getting them in there, letting them stay plugged in. I had a fit camp at the time of like 80 people in a workout, right, every Tuesday. Every single person was on products, but I didn't have no extra, container that was going to keep them to stick. They were just there because of the hype, and then once that workout stopped, right, everything else stopped. So I needed people that was going to stick to the plan and be connected to Herbalife no matter where they're at. If the nutrition club didn't work, if the fit camp didn't work, if the whatever tool that they had didn't work, I needed to make it happen. So now when I came out there to Sacramento, I was just developing a plan of how we're going to do the business, right? And our structure right now, I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do, but our structure is preferred member to distributor to supervisor to active world team. We skip active supervisor, we skip world team, we go straight active world team because inside of active world team, you will become a world team member because you got to do 4 months of 2,500, right? So this is the conversations that we started to have, and we started to work it. And of course, we had to do the work ourselves. So when we built our checks up, our wholesale check was $4,000 at one point, just the wholesale. Is because we signed up 77 preferred members, right? And 77 preferred members accumulated enough volume to make that much money, which was like 18,000 volume points a month, right? So if you want to build a wholesale check, you get to get preferred members and distributors in your downline to do the same thing, and this builds your wholesale check. If you want the retail, then just retail it to them. So I'm going to take you guys to 2017, right? 2017, I was, starting to grow, took my pin off. Me and Jay Webb said, look, we're going to take our pins off. We're going to start doing this business, and we're going to start all over. We're going to race to get team. Cool. 2017, January, we started working, high volume, high production, started getting distributors. I got this one distributor from a PM, got her crazy results. She dropped 13 pounds in her first 2 months. Her husband lost 85 pounds in 4 months. So they were excited, attracting a lot of people. These people went active world team in 5 months. I hit get team as if I, took my pin off as a brand new distributor. It went get team. The reason why I say take your pin off and be a brand new distributor is because you work with more hunger. When you reach a certain pin, a certain level in the business, you start having a team, you start to turn around and manage, right? You got to continue to lead and be that distributor at all times to show them what it's really about, even when you have the hard times, even when people leave your business, even when people aren't earning that much income. You got to continue to make it possible and keep the vision alive for them as you become the leader to grow more of your team. So I continue to do that. They hit active world team. They actually hit their first cut of get team. We go to extravaganza, come to find out that these people, I have no idea how it even happened, but somewhere down the line, they had a distributorship a couple years back, right? Did an investigation. We fought for it, ended up taking them out of my business, right, in 2017. So I'm just getting it started, right, growing. And I'm excited, first cut, go to extravaganza, come back, get that news, and then bam, in October, they're out my business, right? So Herbalife says I have to pay back all this money, that I earned from that because they moved them to the other organization. I had to pay back all that money. This person that called Herbalife saw them at the event, forgot all about them. This was back in 2012. Forgot all about them. Just saw them at the event because they saw them sitting VIP, and then they walked the stage as Act the World team, connects with it, said, this is mine, calls it in, takes them, whatever, right? It happens. Part of the journey. I'm glad it happened because it taught me a whole lot, right? So at that time, they say, look, you have a choice, two options. You either pay this back in full or we're going to take $1,180 out of your check every month. Mind you, my business dropped to $27,000 in December of 2017, right? And my check was low at that time. So I'm trying to figure out, how do I pay my bills? How do I pay, survive and live, take care of my daughter, still do the things I need to do and pay this back, right? I'm like, yo, I can't get no other payment plan. They're like, nope, this is what they taking out. So this is where the mental piece comes in, right? I had a choice. Do I go back to work or do I just grind this out and be the beast that I am and continue to do what I said I was going to do years ago, right? Because I made a commitment to my daughter and myself that I would not quit this business and I would not go back to work, because now I got to explain why I got to go to work, or I can't go to her assemblies, why I can't take her to school, why I can't pick her up, why I can't do certain things, because I chose to go back to work. So in my eyes is that I gave up on it just because I couldn't afford it. So in this business, you have a 10Y number, right? Or 10X, whatever your number is. You have this number and it allows you to make money every single day, right? So back in January 2017, we had a vision with these people. We rolled it out. We said, we're going to open up a nutrition club at the end of this year. And we did that. I drew it out, right? I mapped it out. Exactly how Go Hard Society looks right now is exactly what I drew out back in January 2017. October, I was scared to apply for this place. They told me, the people that left my business said, stop being afraid, right? You're afraid of making hard decisions. And I'm glad that they made this, put that in my face and was real with me at that time, because if it wasn't for him saying that, I wouldn't have applied for it. And I just so happened to pull into a parking lot to a club that I seen 3 years ago that I didn't make a move on because I was afraid, right, of rejection, of saying, you know what, sorry, Mr. San Nicolas, you didn't get approved, blah, 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 right? I hate that phone call. So I found the place, said, all right, let me go ahead and do it. My boy showed me his spot. And he said, the people next door are getting evicted. You might want to go for it. So I called it, got approved in a week later. And mind you, we put the money down to get the spot. We had no money to build it out, right? So we had to figure it out. How do we get this money to build out the nutrition club and then make and fix it up enough to where we can start running workouts, because the rent is due the next month. So we finally figured out, we got a loan, got some money, built the club out. And then immediately, just through my experiences of learning from the nutrition clubs before and the fit camps before, I was able to run a fit camp within 2 weeks to make the rent of $1,700, right? So I'm going to tell you, when you guys got these fit camps, just because you open the doors of something, or a nutrition club, just because you open the doors of something, you can't expect people just to come in because you opened it. You got to do the work before to get those people there. So when I had a nutrition club in 2016, I was paying this guy all this rent, right, for 9 months. Come to find out, he never paid the rent. Sheriffs came, locked up the nutrition club during the fit camp, right? So I'm going to tell you, I got stories to what happens inside of my business, which is why we're at where we're at right now, right? I'm going to get to it. But they closed the nutrition club during the fit camp. Embarrassing. Lost probably 95% of my business that was in that nutrition club. Lost trust. People said I was just trying to get them for their money. I didn't give them their plan or whatever, and all this other stuff, right? So we opened up these doors to Go Hard Society. None of those people came, right? But what built it was that when I opened the club or got the keys to the club, I documented every single day. It was day 1, day 2, day 3, almost there, day 4, almost there, day 5, painting going up this day, flooring going down this day, bar being built this day. So I built up the anticipation of people wanting to come, right? And that was how I did it on social media, because I wasn't able to go out there and do flyers because I just didn't have the time. So I said, let me just show everything that's happening, and everybody's just gonna follow me. And I didn't even know people were engaging. They'll see it, but they wouldn't comment. I said, damn, all these people that said they wanted a nutrition club and they would grow from a club, now that we have the club, they know where to be found, right? But I stuck with it. I said, I've been there before. I counted on the team to be with me and depended on their buy-in in order to do something. And this time I'm not. I'm just gonna go, and if they don't come, cool, I'm gonna attract new. So until the last week, to where we had to make the logo, put the final touches on everything, one person shows up, another person shows up. They bring like all kinds of mops, brooms, paper towels, all kinds of stuff to set it up. Our grand opening, we had like 50 people at our grand opening, you know what I mean? And then it worked from there. But I'm gonna tell you, I broke down in tears that night only because I was like, how do I pay the rent for this place? How do I pay the rent? I was moving out of my apartment at the time, which is $2,700. To break the lease was an additional $2,700. So I had to figure that out, right? Then I had to pay the rent, the deposit to move into this house at the same time, and I had to pay the rent at the club. Mind you, my check was only $4,000 at that time. So I had to figure out how to make all this money to obviously make it happen. So we made the money in the fit camp, right? I broke down the numbers. Here's the numbers: $1,700. I had to divide that by the amount of classes we had a day, and then that would give me the number that I needed to have. Needed to see a day in each class in order to make the rent. We ended up having about 80 people. Our first class, we had 40 people come through. So if you multiply 40 times 8, because our memberships are 8, then you guys get your number for the day. So we did that. Cool. We're getting closer and closer. Every other class was 12. It was about 13, 8, 6. And it just averaged out to where we made the rent, utilities, and all that stuff. We made about $3,000 in about 3 weeks. So that let me know that we can actually do this in a month. Imagine if we had a full month, right? So then now that we have the nutrition club, we had to figure out the structure. I'm gonna tell you why. In a nutrition club with a bar and a fit camp, there's two different businesses that you're growing, right? And you have to be aware of that. If you're invited to a fit camp, don't expect people to automatically get on products, because you're only invited to a workout. If I invite Coach Coop, right? If I invite Coop to a workout, yo, bro, come work out with me, man. We got workouts, just open up my gym. In his mind, he's like, I'm only coming to a workout. So if I start to bring up the Herbalife opportunity to him or the products to him or try to put it on him, he's like, yo, I ain't got no time for that right now. I got to bounce, right? So we created a way of invitation. We give them the grand experience. When you come down to the nutrition club, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get high fives from people. So if you don't like hugs, get ready for them. If you're going to come to the nutrition bar, you're going to try our amazing energy boost. It's going to give you energy boost for the workout. You're going to love it. Got your B12, B6 vitamins in it. My favorite flavor is pomegranate. Then you're going to meet the bar shift lead today. Amanda's going to be running the bar. She make the best shakes. Watch, when you meet her, you're going to hear a story. You're going to get inspired. Then you're going to take the workout and you're going to meet Coach, Isis, right, who runs the workout. She's down 50 pounds. She's feeling good. You're going to meet her. Afterwards, we're going to talk about this nutrition plan to get you in the best shape of your life. Are you ready? Right? If you got the time to do that. So now when people walk through the doors, I know exactly why they're there. They're there for that experience. Right? So if Amanda comes through the door, or if Coop comes through the door and he finally gets the hugs from people, he said, okay, this is what he was talking about. Right? Then we go to the bar and we try the energy boost. He's not surprised, like, why do I have to drink this? He's like, okay, this is that energy boost. Damn, it is good, right? Then he finally meets Coach Amanda. She's making the shakes. He said, oh, that's her. That's the one that make them shakes. I can't wait to get one after. Then we go inside the fit camp, and he sees all the people that I told him about with the energy, the hype. Everybody's engaging with him. And then he meets Coach Isis, who I told him about, like, yo, this is the person that's going to burn you up in this workout. Now he got the grand experience to know that, okay, afterwards we're going to talk about how I can be a part of this community. right? Because you want people to be a part of your community. They're not coming in to buy the product. They're buying what they're a part of. They're buying you. They're buying your team. They're buying the shit. Like the whole environment is what they're buying. So we had to figure that out. And, through all the experiences I've had, we would invite to the workout and try to hopefully sell people on the products. And it's two different businesses that you run. So, yeah, you see a lot of people in the fit camp, but that doesn't mean that everybody in that fit camp is on products, right? So the hype is the hype. And then the other thing is, yeah, you say it's turned up and it's live and it's lit and it's hype and there's 100 people in the workout, but you have one person in there. It's not hype for you. You need to look at it and be in competition with somebody else. If Amanda has 30 people in this workout every single day, throughout the day, she has 30 people coming, 30 clients, and I only have one, my business ain't popping, right? I need to go get 30 people because Amanda's doing 10K and I'm struggling with 1,000 volume points. I need to figure this out. What is she doing? Right? So that's our invitation. So give them the grand experience when you guys have the nutrition club. Fit camps is just so easy to do because everybody wants to work out. Well, a lot of people want to work out, right? So in the club, we have a grand tour. I don't know if you guys seen the club, but it's a grand tour, preferred member, distributorship, like the marketing plan. And then we got the events, and then we got the product display. So every time they come inside the club, we give them the grand tour, and it's set up to set them up to whether they want to save money on their products or become a distributor to help people, right? So it's self-explanatory. When people see things on the wall, you read it. You see pictures on the wall, you see it, you want to go ask questions, right? So it's self-explanatory to make it easier for your coaches that are brand new to understand, like, they don't have to say much. They just have to answer questions, right? So Coop comes in and says, yo, who is this right here? How many pounds have they lost? 20 pounds. Like, damn, word, they lost 20 pounds. Like, yeah, all I'm doing is answering questions, right? So as you answer the questions, it makes it simple for you and simple for your coach to want to bring more people because now they're getting better at it, right? So now the preferred members that come in, they automatically want to flip to a distributor because we make distributors look so damn dope, right? So being a distributor is like, man, you get the button. It don't look stupid. They excited. They having fun. They making some money. They talking money. They talking events. They talking about all this hype stuff. They're like, man, how can I be a part of that group? Right? So conversations inside of your place matter, right? I kill all negative cheese-made gossip, whatever. I kill all that noise, right? Whenever they talk all that stuff inside of the club, I walk over there and be like, yo, y'all ready for this next event? Who ready for the workout? Let's kill all that noise. Like, we got other people in the room, right? Yeah, we may be having our conversation, but just know there's 5 clients behind us that are maybe not paying attention, but they listening to everything. And it could be one conversation that can rub somebody wrong that would never come back, and you'll wonder why that person's not coming around because of the conversations that's being had inside of the club. So there's none of those conversations inside the club. And what it is, I nip it in the butt right away, right? And it's something I didn't do before. I just let people be them. But you got to set standards inside of your nutrition club in order for that to happen, right? So remember when I told you it was $11.80 being taken out of my check? I didn't see a royalty check pretty much for months, right? But I just kept my head down, kept working. I would go to every single event as a Millionaire team member, making $4,000 a month, knowing that there's Get Team, World Team members making more money than me. I would get behind everybody so I didn't have to share my story. I would still sit VIP, but I would still walk around with my head up because who I was, I had to show. I couldn't allow my current circumstances to change my behavior, right? So I kept showing up no matter what. It's times where I didn't want to go to events because that happened. I still showed up because I knew that this was just a part of my journey. This is going to be a part of my story. So fast forward, 10 months into the year of 2018, right? I didn't see a bonus check. That thing was paid off, and I made $9,000 that month, right? So I increased my check from $4,000 December to October to $9,000, right? I thought they made a mistake because I was so used to them taking it out. So I was playing broke the whole time, Like it's already been taken out, so I don't even see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even worry about it. But then when I saw it, I said, damn, I need to go and cash this thing real quick, you know, before they call it back, right? So I'm like trying to figure out, how do I get this much money? Well, it's because I did the damn work. I didn't give up. I had, by December of 2018, our organization in 1 year went from 27,000 in 2017 to December to 92,000. So I'm going to tell you, we built a brand new millionaire team business, if not for sure 2.5 business, in less than a year. Right? We popped 47 brand new supervisors in that year. 3 levels, 47. Frontline of those 47, we had 17 frontline 47 of the 47. So we did the work, right? We did the work to go get the people that actually got the people, right? It wasn't let them go. We got one supervisor and everybody else got there. No, it was 17 frontline brand new supervisors. Out of those 17, 9 of them were active supervisors, right? So in 2018, out of those 9, 1 of them went active world team. So you got to play the numbers, right? It's a numbers game when you do this business. 2018, we went up to 92,000. Just last month, we finished at 117,000, right? Our organization is starting to go back up. We popped the active world team member again last month in January. This month, we about to pop another active world team member. She's 1,900 away right now, right? So the conversations of what we have inside of our space is preferred member. Yeah, they can retail. But preferred member to distributor to supervisor to active world team and up, right? And if you got 10 frontline active world team members in your business, which is my plan this year, is to have 10 frontline active world team members, because once we cracked one, I'm like, this is easy. We crack another one and another one and another one. Once we have 10, that's 100K to your organization off top, just with active world team members, not including what they actually do. So if they all do their 5K, which I'm going to get to how we produce the volume, right? If they all did 5K, now we got another 50. It's 164 documented volume points that get us the presidency. We're 14K away, right? If we do that. So that's just my game plan. I'm not worried about us getting the president's team no more. It's not about me going to president's team no more. It's about how many people can I get to active world team, because they're going to be halfway to get team. Now the conversation in that pool is like, yo, we only halfway to get team. We can get there, right? So now that we got 2 brand new active world team members who are hyped up, their team is hyped, their team is running, we built this family culture, we built this camaraderie. Now it's this other active world team member going to join that pool now, right? Now that conversation is like, how do we build up to get team? So this next 90 days is going to be a get team conversation, how we get them to get, right? The first active world team member that popped was struggling to do 5,000 org. Now she's, I think, at 11K right now. So she's close to get team, right? But everything that we said we were going to do when we came out to Sacramento, we're doing it right now. And all the work that we put in is showing right now, right? So last month's check was 12,700, right? So we got our checks back up from 4,000. We increased it $8,000 again, just like I did when I first started Herbalife, right? In the first year, $8,000. Now, how we build this, because it sounds good, right? It's like, damn, all this stuff works. How we built this was through challenges. So we have a fit club, we have a nutrition club inside of one. It's just a fitness facility with a bar, right? I know that it's 2 different businesses inside of it. How do we connect the 2? We connect it by doing challenges. So right now we're doing 45-day challenges. They all start on the 1st. They end on the 15th of the following month. Registration will start for this challenge. Say the challenge starts March 1st, ends April 15th, right? Registration starts the 21st, ends March 15th. So they got pretty much 3 weeks to register, right? So how we do this is we run it to where you have 2 options. One option is $50 entry. Well, that's option 2. Option 1 is preferred member. They buy their 200 volume points worth of products. They get unlimited workouts at the nutrition club. and they get meal guides, wellness evaluations, and the coach, of all that good stuff, right? If they go option 2, which is $50, they get a box of liftoff and a 3-day trial, because you want people to consume products no matter what. So they get liftoff and they get a 3-day trial for us, right? But they do the 3-day trial 6 days. So they go every morning, just 1 shake a day. And everybody starts on that day. So then therefore we have a weigh-in on the 7th day, a weigh out or whatever, and they all come in, and then we just shouting it out. Coop down 3 pounds, Amanda down 5 pounds in her 6 days. Tango down 2 pounds, 1 inch. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's shouting out these results, and we talking about the next step. Therefore, these $50 people get to upgrade now, right? So they'll upgrade to the full program because they want the unlimited workouts now. They want that wellness evaluation consistently. They want the meal guide that everyone is talking about. So this is how we've been able to upgrade people. So when they come in, they got those 2 options, right? The $50 option gets Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As they're loving those days, they're like, man, I want more. Our biggest day is on Thursday, Thick Thigh Thursday, live DJ. So they like, man, they got to keep paying their membership, right? But they like, how do I get this class for free? Well, you just upgrade. It makes sense because they're getting 200 volume points, right? So if your new distributor goes and gets 5 people into this challenge and they go option 1, 200 volume points, that's 1,000. They're a brand new qualified producer. They do dope follow-up the next month. Guess what? They're a brand new supervisor because they got this pilot program, right? Even if they just did 100 volume points per person, it's not going to get them the unlimited workouts, but yet they're on products. They will still hit qualified producer, right? So we make it a point to where they have to be on products to get that special value. That makes sense? Right? So even when they do the $50 option, they still get liftoff, which is 15 volume points, plus a 3-day trial, which is about 10 volume points. So they're getting 25 volume points. 4 people is 100 volume points. Right? They get 8 people in this challenge, it's 200 volume points. If they continue to do it, 16 people in the challenge, they're at 400 volume points. They're almost senior consultant by just doing it that way. So each option is giving people volume to be able to move up the marketing plan for distributors, right? And then for preferred members, we have a promo where they get the Apple earbuds things, with the little wireless things. They get that option when they do 200. So it's another reason why they want to go do 200, because they get in this raffle. They got to do it 3 months in a row to order 200 volume points. And then their name will be in that raffle to where they get the Apple EarPods, right? So everything's aligned with it to where in some way, some shape or form, they're going to win, right? The challenge is $2,000 pot, 4 winners. So if your challenger gets the best transformation, they win 500, they win the Apple EarPods, and they got some bomb-ass results, right? So it's a win-win-win-win-win situation. So when that person gets those results and you're doing a hell of a job as a coach inside of that, and you give them things to do, like, hey, man, cool, I see you getting them results, bro. Your shirt's getting a little tighter. I don't know if you're buying them small or you getting swole. I think you're getting swole, right? How many people notice your results? Man, I got everybody in my job, bro. If you were to get them in this challenge right now, I got this referral incentive if you do, right? I got a young lady that came in, waited for the challenge. She already sent me 7 people. We're in a group chat. Tomorrow we're meeting up with everybody tomorrow to do their wellness evaluation and all that. So she's doing it for the referral incentive. Every person that she brings, she gets $5 per person. So she wants her money back, you know what I mean, that she entered with. But she brought me 7 people. Even if she's not that person, I can work through these 7. And when I notice that people are starting to invite people, if Coop comes in his second week of the challenge, but he brought 5 people, I now have the conversation with him, say, hey, bro, how would you like to be a distributor to your friends and start making some extra income because you brought them? Or I can make the money. Do you want to make the money or I make the money? He's going to say, well, how do I make the money? Because I want to make some extra cash. Cool. All you do is distribute the products to them because they're ready to order. And I'm going to flip you to a distributor, use that profit to convert you, blah, 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 whatever the language is. Bam, you got some clients. Now you're brand new senior consultant off your 5 friends. So this is how we've been able to flip every single challenge. Every challenge, y'all, we flip at least 12 distributors, and out of those 12, maybe 6, 7, 8 average is going supervisor because of the challenge, right? So this is how we were able to build those 47 supervisors last year, because we had challenges every single month. This year, we already popped 13 soups this year from January to now. 13 supervisors, right? And even if these supervisors just did 200 to 5,000, all volume matters, right? So the name of the game is to continue to recruit. You want to get as many people as you can inside of this place that you guys are going to have or do have, but you got to get them to be on nutrition programs instead of just being there for a workout, right? And if you have them there for a workout, make sure you have some type of like follow-up thing where it leads them to the product, because the workouts don't pay us. We get frustrated when there's 100 people at a workout, but yet nobody's on products. And it's like, man, I got to do this again. I got to do this again. And where the money at, right? But you got to stick with it and know that the plan that you guys set out is going to happen based on your language and how you finesse it all to get people on products, right? So right now, the goal this year is to be 7.5 by the time extravaganza comes. Why? Because we got the amount of supervisors that are popping on average. By November, we'll be first cut president's team, just because of the average of volume supervisors that are coming in. All we need is 200 supervisors, right? But we need 200 supervisors, and it's going to be a point where all 200 are not going to produce. So if we get 200 soups, we'll have 150 of them doing something with an average of about maybe 1,200 volume points, right? Will get us the president's team. So the goal for you guys, if you're a brand new distributor on this call or not yet supervisor, your goal is to get the supervisor as soon as possible. That's your goal, right? Why? Because not only do you get 50% off, 50% profit, man, you get vacations. We're going on our 6th vacation, right? You get to build royalty, yes, but this is where the business begins, right? You're just working your way up to get to supervisor right now. All it takes is you to build up a consumer web of 20 people, right? If you get 20 people on 100 volume point programs, you're good. And that's what we focus on. So if you're not yet supervisor, get to supervisor as soon as possible, because that's where the magic happens. That's where everything starts to build up. And you get more supervisors in your organization, that's when you start to move up to this active world team, to this get team, to this mill team, to this presence team, right? So supervisors and building supervisors is key. But all this comes from you recruiting. And we pull everyone from our nutrition club inside of our challenges. I could pinpoint every single person that's going to be my next distributor just based on their actions, because they're hype, they're loving the products, they're getting results, they bring in people. There's no attachment to like selling product. And even when they flip to a distributor, they're still doing the same thing. They're hype, they're loving the products, they're getting results, they're bringing people. It's the same thing over and over. So we have a lot of people sticking now to the club and being around the energy because they don't want to be left out. So last thing I want to say is for your game plan to map out volume and stuff like that, what we do is if you want to hit 2,500 in a month, it's 625 a week by the 7th. If you want to hit 5K, it's 1,250 every week by the 7th. So every 7 days you're doing 1,250. You guys want to do 7,500, 1,875. You guys want to do 10K, it's 2,500 every week. So my goal is always 10K a month, because even if I fall short, I'm still going to be 7,500, right? If you guys want to go on these vacations, it's $91.66 a month to go on vacations as a supervisor, right? $91.66 every single month. And that should be a goal. If you want to go on vacation, you can't say, oh, vacation, Bahamas, I'm going, but yet there's no plan for you to go do $91.66 a month, right? So you guys got to map that out and plan it out. What is your favorite thing? I got a girl who hit Active World Team by selling 10 tees and 10 Pro Lessons every single month. She knows exactly how much profit she's gonna make off that, $700, right? She taught that to her team, and 3 months later, she hit active world team. So if you sell 10 tees, it's what, 38 points a tee? That's 380. You sell 10 pro lessons, it's 92 points, it's 920 volume points. Right? You put it all together, it's about 1,400 volume points. You're only 1,000 away from your 2,500. So imagine if you just sold your favorite product, right? Which is what we promote at the club. If you cannot sell a full program, tell me what your favorite product is. Liftoff. Cool. If you want to get the supervisor selling liftoff, then it's going to take you to sell a lot of liftoffs, right? So 10 liftoffs times 15 points, that's only 150. You got a ways to go, right? But it's cool because all volume is good volume, right? You want them to build confidence in getting a client. That's what you want for distributors. Get a client, boost your confidence. Get them a result, boost your confidence. Get them to reorder, boost your confidence, because retention is everything, right? So as long as you can get people to retain and stick, because we're getting paid up front for something we ain't doing yet, we get the money in our pocket, we go post it on social media, we go talk about how much money we made, but yeah, we didn't make one phone call and say, hey, how are you doing? Except for the end of the month and say, yo, it's time to re-up. No, you missed me on 29 days of the month, right? You want to follow up, create your follow-up system. So every third day, I have my people follow up me. I need you to tell me exactly how you feel on your third day. They text me, yo, the energy is crazy. I just want to make sure I made my shake right. Well, tell me exactly how you made it. That way I know that they're using it. On the 7th day, we need to see where you're at. On the 10th day, we need to reevaluate and see how much weight you lost, because I set the goal. So I tell them 2 to 7 pounds in 10 days. Imagine if they lost 5 pounds in those 10 days, they're going to really love you. Because now if you lose another 5 pounds in the next 10 days, which is on the 20th, that's 10 days in a month. And if this person's goal was to lose 20 pounds in 6 months, they're already halfway there in 1 month. Right? So all it is getting your clients to really love you, trust you, and getting them to have amazing results and having them to come back to reorder, because not everybody's going to reorder by choice, but on them. I don't care how, just don't put yourself down as a coach, yo. Like, you gave them the opportunity. If they didn't follow through, don't beat yourself up for it. Right? If they didn't follow your instructions and you gave them a game plan, on the 3rd, you follow up with me. On the 7th, you call me again. On the 10th, you come see me, and they didn't do none of that, that person's not ready to be coached. And I guarantee they've been inconsistent. Right? So when the month comes around, they don't re-up. Don't be mad at yourself or be mad why this person ain't ordering. They just not ready. They just ordered off impulse. Right? So we want to go get new people every day. So I get 3 quality contacts every day. I don't go for the 15, 50, 60, 70 people a day. Social media, I may reach out to people, but I get 3 contacts a day. That means I got that means I had a conversation with them, right? And got to know them a little bit. And then we follow each other on social media, got their contact, know how many kids they got, and we just built a relationship. So 3 people a day times 30, that's 90 people a month. If you're to get 60 people just to say maybe, and 30 of those people to say I'll come and not show up, 15 of those people to really show up and start, 7 of those people to really stick and flip to a distributor, and 3 of those people to really go supervisor, but one of them actually worked, you played the game, right? But if you don't do that, you're only talking to one person every other day or every other week, you got 5 people in a month, it's going to be hard for you to flip these people into becoming a part of your team, right? Not everybody's doing 90 people a month. Trust me, I'm not doing that a month, but I do get 3 contacts 5 days out of the week, right? Everywhere I go to the gym intentionally to go get people. Yeah, I'm doing crazy workouts to get attention, right? And they see me branded, they're like, yo, I never seen no Herbalife distributor like that before. I see all these other people playing with the Herbalife products. Like, all they do is post on social media and act like they're working out for the video, but I see you in action. Does it really work? Well, let me tell you, bro, I gained 16 pounds lean muscle, dropped 13% body fat, and I'm 35 years old, in the best shape of my life. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. And I've helped 10 people lose over 100 pounds, so I think it works. Right? And that's it. if they say, nah, I don't think so, don't go into the battles of conversation and trying to figure it out. Just be like, yo, I don't know nothing about that. I just know what it did for me. Well, I know that my sister's cousin, best friend, blah, 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 got sick and tired and it didn't work for them. Well, I don't know who that person is, if they were consistent or not, but I know I've been consistent with it and I feel great. It's always I don't know about that, but I do know about me, right? And that's how you get to all your people, man. So just focus on that. Everything is proof of numbers. If you do enough numbers, you'll get it. But the importance of Fit Camp, man, is really key. It can really grow your business. That's probably one of our most dominant tool that we use is Nutrition Club, Fit Camps, plus challenges. We use all three of these all in one spot. And, my people get paid. You know, I make it to where – how much time I got? So I can give you this last thing. Oh, you guys got a Nutrition Club, right? None yet. Cool.
Not yet.
But you plan on it?
Yeah, definitely.
No. So here's how we got our people to hit their cuts. We set standards, right? We got a bar shift. At our bar shift, in order to work the bar shift, you got to do 2,500, right? You got to go to every single event, no matter what. You miss an event, you lose your bar shift. People are making money at this bar. They're making anywhere from $400 to $600 extra a month working the bar. This is how they do it. They buy the products that they need to sell at the bar. Mandatory, shake, protein, tea, liftoff. Mandatory products they got to buy. Now, if they want to sell anything else at the bar, they can. The house, no matter what, gets $2 off of every membership. Our memberships for the energy boost and the shake is $8. So the house will keep $2, they'll get $6. Right? So when you're making $600 extra and still growing your business, you don't want to lose that bar. So they do 2,500, right? Go to every single event, contribute heavy, keep the integrity high of the club, and stay in good standards of Herbalife, just like Herbalife, right? So with that, we got bar shift people Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? And some of those days we have two different people running bar shifts. So right now we have nine frontline active supervisors, right? And it came from the bar. And those supervisors out of those 9, we have cuts of 9. Out of those supervisors, there's 3 of them that have people working the bar who are in their 2,500 cuts too. So they're building their royalty. So the duplication inside of that is, okay, I'm going to work this bar for 6 months and then I'm going to give it to my downline to work it. So now this person is building the business and this person is now building their business, but it's going to this person's royalty, right? So the more people we have at the bar, the more royalty is growing because they have to go 2,500. So if you see somebody at the bar, you know that person's doing 2,500 plus. And if you see someone not at the bar, all of a sudden it's because they missed a cut or missed an event. So there's no like, oh, what happened to such and such? You know why, right? So it's the standards that we set there in order for those people to actually earn that. So that's another way we've been getting our 2,500 active suits, right? Then we run the promotions inside. We do an Apple Watch. You got to do 1,000 volume points 3 months in a row, 3 preferred members in that time frame. You know, for brand new distributors, supervisors, we do Apple Watches. It's 2,500 3 months in a row, 6 preferred members. And then we're doing a retreat where you got to do 2,500 3 months in a row, and you guys qualify. So everything is like around the 5% earning of royalty. Right, excuse me. So the 2,500, everything's like a promo for it, and we make it exciting. And that's how we really literally been growing our stuff. Last month we had 19 people in the org that did 2,500. Right? So going from 0 active supervisors in 2019 December, or 2017 December, to now having 19 people doing 2,500 is growth, but it comes from structure, right? And when you guys get your nutrition club, and if all you guys are in this club, it needs to play a part. Everybody gets to be the leader that they need to be in the role that they get to be in, right? So when I first opened the club, when we first opened it, I would run the bar, fit camp, station leads. I would do everything. make the shakes. I would do all that stuff, engage with the people by myself until one person said, let me help you out. And I had to allow that person to help me out. Right. So now I hired somebody to do the fit camp, which is my world team member, but they're building, they just hit, well, he was a world team member. Him and his partner hit active world team. But I put him in position in front of the room because one thing he struggled with was talking to people. So if you struggle with that, you're going to have to, I'm going to put you in a position to win. So he's in the position, he's getting paid for it, but there's certain things that he has to do as well. Right, but he learns to talk to people. Now he's not afraid of it, and then they hit active world team. Right, so you want to put people in position to where they're going to excel and be great. I'm not going to put Amanda, in a fit camp situation when she does not like talking to people. She loves the bar, right? She's great at the bar, make the best shakes. I'm not going to put her in the fit camp part, right, when she's his best shake maker. I'm going to put her where she needs to be, best shake maker. Now, if she ever wants to contribute to do anything, she can, but I'm going to put her right where she wants to be because that's where she's going to be great. Now the shakes are going to be bomb for when people come in, right? And then Tango go over there and he does a fit camp. Bam, he's the best fit camp lead that you ever seen. Comes out with all these different workouts. He's the man. He gets the hype. Now you're the recognition is pumping them up to want to keep doing it. So now when I walk in the club, they asking me, why am I even there? Because it's so many leaders that's inside of the space. So now when I come in and I run a workout, it brings so much more like, oh my God, RC running the workout again. I can't there's so much hype around it now. When I was being watered down at first because they always saw me. I'm still there every day, no matter what, don't get me wrong. But I'm there to support, to coach, to see things that they don't see, to work with their people, to have those conversations that they don't have in order to help them build their organization. That's all I do, right? So I'm digging inside of my organization every day, and this is how you build your nutrition club. Nutrition club is a container to hold people and have the loudest conversation about what you want to talk about in one spot to talk to, tens, 20s, and 30s of people, right? Hundreds of people at one time. So you create it to make it like your event. We have a post talk after every workout. We talk about, bring up the new people, recognize them. Also, if you bring 3 people, you get a box of liftoff. If you bring 5 people, you get your favorite flavored shake. You bring 10, you get your favorite product. So again, it's another referral incentive for someone to bring them, coach or no coach, client or no client. You brought 3 people and I'm your direct coach, I'm giving you a box of liftoff. Your people will be like, damn, man, how'd you get that? Oh, well, I brought y'all. He said if I bring 3 people, I get a liftoff. She starts sharing the products with them. They love it. Maybe one of the 3 decides to want to be a distributor. I don't know. So that's pretty much how we work it. And it's just do promos, run incentives, referral programs, dope-ass workouts, bomb shakes, keep your nutrition club clean. But other than that, man, all the other stuff I gave you, man, is what I talked about back in 2017, and we just put it into play, brought it to light, and executed like crazy. And this is where we at now. So we're going to be 7.5 going into this extravaganza from the work that we put in. And if you guys got questions, I'm down to answer, but I'm going to pass it over to my main guy, Coach Coop. So you guys, shoot the questions if you need them. You got them.
Bro, first of all, bro, that was fire, bro. Because let me tell you, we've been and it's actually funny because KO the one that gave me this term, right? Because he asked me when he did our call a few months ago, he was like, yo, are you guys do you have a nutrition club or are you guys like running and gunning? And I was all like, I like that term, running and gunning, because, it basically like, trapping out the crib, going face to face, all that, social media, things like that, right? And so that's all we've been doing just because that's all the organization knows, right? But recently we had this shift where we're like, yo, we need to start doing nutrition clubs because it only makes sense. And we had recently went to Chicago to learn about, the just the cafe model. And obviously, like I was telling you earlier, we got people that really like your business. We know you heavily into fitness, and we know that you got a sustainable fitness model going on in Carson. So I'm like, yo, I need to get my man's on the call because I know he's killing it. And so for the people that's on this call and the people that's going to watch this call in the future, for the fitness side of it, I know that they was really looking for that information so we can combine it. And bro, you basically killed it for sure. Like you gave us like at this point, all we got to go do is just go out and start prospecting. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no other stuff. So you basically gave us everything that we need, bro. My question is, how big is your space as far as square feet for the actual workout part?
The total spot is 1782, and then the workout spot is probably 1300, 1200.
Got you. Okay, so it's not that big for the bar area. It's just like really just come in and
bar area is just like bar, hangout, lounge spot, and that's 600 square feet. So yeah, it's about 1200 square feet in the gym.
Got you. Okay. And then for your memberships, is it just the tea and lift up, or is it just the tea and the shake? And you said for 8, so it's just like if they want like, I don't know, like. I mean, I don't know, but I'm saying, is there anything else that you do serve that would be like maybe like 10, 12 or whatever, or anything?
We tried that. We did like specialty shakes, and it just got out of control because people were fitness driven. You know what I mean? So people were like, "Man, I'm not paying for $12 for the drink and this." You know what I mean? Like it just got out of control.
Right.
It worked. Don't get me wrong. If you have a nutrition club, that works. You want like the max memberships, but as far as the fitness thing, we just kept it $3 for the energy boost. And then $5 for the shake if you want it by itself, or just 8 for both.
Gotcha. Okay.
If they want add-ons, they can get Rebuild, they can get Prolesa, all that other stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense for sure. Keep it simple in that way. It ain't no confusion.
Yeah.
Does anybody else got any other questions that they want to ask? Just go ahead and unmute yourself and go for it.
What was your target market? Like, what kind of people were you trying to like attract into your club in like the area?
We did research before we actually opened the spot, so we didn't just like, oh, this is the spot we're gonna go. I did 4 different cities, and wrote it out as far as demographic and what our team is actually like catering to. So, KO and them, they went to Compton, and we were gonna go to Compton. We're like, this club is already there because it was Invictus with Style and them, and then we were just like, it just didn't feel right because our team is based off – the number one thing they said was a family feel, right? And going to Compton was not going to be that for those type of people. So I said, all right, let's go to a setting where it's like more diverse, and the age group is more like because my team was mainly like mid-20s, and we wanted like the youth. Like the youngest person I think we got right now is 18. She make like $1,700 a month. And then her mom is in the business, so she's like 48. We got like a 56-year-old world team member. So we wanted to hit those demographics, like those age groups. And then as far as like ethnicity and stuff, like we wanted everything. We needed the Polynesians, we needed the Asians, we needed the whites, the blacks. We needed everybody all in one, place and build one culture so they know that Go Hard Society is about creating a culture of people, so that's how we went. That's the target we went after. So the younger crowd, and then the elderly crowd, and then just mix it together.
Nice, definitely. Does anybody else have any other questions? I know. Go ahead, RA.
Yo, what's up? So right now our goal is to get we want to get a nutrition club this year. So in the building to that, did you guys have like team meetings, or I know you said like people started showing up as the day got closer, but what's something you would suggest for us? Because I know for us, we got a few people in SoCal, and here in the Bay Area, we're a little bit spread out. So what would be one thing for us that you could say could help us work more together, move together, get there together for that nutrition club?
If you guys are opening the club, if this is the group to open up the club, then you guys have Zoom calls weekly or meetups weekly. So we had meetups weekly at my apartment I had this office, the little luxury unit where they had like the game room and all that stuff. So there was an office room and there was a whiteboard. So we'll just draw it out. And we just came up with like names, right? So we were like, what do you think the name should be? Let's go with our core values. What do you want that to be? And it was like integrity and respect, trust, love, and, family. So we just went through that with with the core group. We didn't include nobody else that we felt like wasn't serious about it. This was a core group. And then, you guys want to look at like location. Like location is key. It's not about like you can open up a nutrition club, but if the environment isn't right, nobody's gonna move. Nobody's gonna grow. You know what I mean? So that's why we didn't go to Compton, because my people would not. Yeah, the club is beautiful, but the environment is like, nah, it's not for them. You know what I mean? So I can grow anywhere because I can adapt anywhere, but you got to think of the team. So whatever you guys agree on, throw cities out there, and then you guys do the research of the demographics of like what's the average income, of every household in that city. What's the the diversity, right? What is the city requirements of opening a business? Like you need to look for that stuff, and then are you looking for a storefront or warehouse? Are you trying to go nutrition club model, or are you trying to do nutrition and fitness club model? Like you guys got to start asking those questions, and then eliminate the things that you don't want, and then come down to the final conclusion. And at the end of it, it just came to the name. Like it was going to be House of Go Hards. It was going to be House of Champions. It was going to be like, Go Hard Factory. It was all that stuff. But then we had Go Hard because they wanted the name to be in it. And then Alondra came up with Society something. We was like, Go Hard Society. Put it on Instagram, did a poll, and everyone voted Go Hard Society. And that's what it became. So, definitely have this core group speak about it, but location is key, parking is key, price range is key. Don't go above $2,000. I mean, if you guys can do it, but whoever the main person is going to be or the main people are going to be, do it to where you guys know that you can afford it yourself. Like the team that I had that was sitting at that table, man, we could have easily went and got a $5,000 spot, but not all of them came, so then I'll be stuck with 5,000. So I played it smart. Like, you know what, 1,700, 1,800 is in the range. We can afford that. So make sure it's in the range of what you guys can afford if in case people leave.
Very, very, very key. Bro, continuously dropping nuggets, bro. Definitely. Anyways, bro, definitely appreciate you getting on the call. Definitely appreciate you sharing your growth with us. From STS last year up until now. Obviously wishing you the best success going into Extravaganza and obviously in 2020. President's team coming up really soon. We ready, man. We ready to see what you got going on. We're ready to follow in your steps. We're ready to create our own path. Start moving up the marketing plan, man. You already know how it go. So thank you again from me and the organization. If you guys want to, I'll unmute everybody real quick and we can clap it up for RC and then let him get back to his family and everything that he want to do. Unmute all. Clap it up real quick for RC. Thank you.
If I need anything, hit me up, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Knowledge.
Okay, we're just gonna mute everybody. Awesome. All right. So yeah, RC, you can log off at any time, bro. It's all good.
What's up?
I say it's all good. You can log off at any time. I'm just gonna go ahead and speak to them.
All right, cool. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
Definitely. That was dope. Let me actually stop recording this because we don't need